I have a leaky asshole.
What do you want me to say? Something about your show?
I shit on myself in the womb.
Stop, Phil.
You fucking stink.
You know what? Fuck this.
Oh, because it's HollingsWorth, but it's worth less.
I don't want to hear about whatever you have to say.
The worthless of the week.
Yeah. Hey, you just gonna sit up there the whole time?
It's a fucking Phil Fox scorpion.
It's a move, man.
You fucking dummy. Ugh. Then what the fuck? How is it racist? Black people.
Oh, God. Oh, shoot me now, dude. Just shoot me now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless podcast. This will be for Wednesday, October 16th. As always, I'm your host, Big Irish J, and we have the Masclot, a.k.a. the Philanthropist, a.k.a. Motown Philly, a.k.a. Phil Collins, a.k.a. Phil Is Diller, a.k.a. Phil. Phil Fox. Fox like the animal.
Yes. Thank you, Jay.
So we are together because Phil flew down here. We were going to record our haunted HollingsWorthless podcast down here, and all kinds of shit hit the fan. So
Yeah, literally.
So it started out where Phil, when Phil got his ticket, we were thinking about we were going to do possibly the Queen Mary again because you weren't with us last time.
Right.
We were also thinking about possibly staying at one of the haunted hotels here in L.A., but as we were getting closer and closer, I got offered a gig this weekend at the Irvine Improv working with Pablo Francisco, and I had to take it because it's money. And
Ouch, you're hurting my arm.
little impression.
Yes.
And so I had to take the gig. So that meant I was doing shows one Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. And if we did get a room somewhere, I wouldn't have been there until late, especially if it was like Saturday or Sunday, it'd be like 1 or 2 a.m. So then we were like, all right, you know what we'll do? We'll go to a few different haunted spots and we'll record. Like we're in Pasadena, so we could go to Suicide Bridge. And then we were going to go to the Manson Spawn Ranch, I think it's called.
Uh-huh.
And we were going to, God, there's a little fucking hair on this thing. We were going to go to Spawn Ranch and go to where the Mansons were and take some pictures and do a seance and all that creepy stuff. And
Yeah, another thing that would have been great to do. Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you. Another thing that would have been awesome that we would have been able to do.
Oh, yeah. And then also Phil brought the idea up we should go to the Murder Museum. Another great idea.
Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
So
great idea.
So Phil got in Saturday morning? Or was it Friday?
No, it was Saturday. Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday around, 2 o'clock or something like that. Right?
Off how much hours of sleep?
Like 2 hours.
You actually got 2 hours.
Yeah, because I slept on the first flight.
Okay.
I didn't sleep the night before.
Yeah.
Because I was packing, and then I started to get, that nervous energy about traveling, and then I only had like about an hour and a half before my dad was going to come pick me up to take me to the airport, and so I was like, well, fuck, an hour and a half of sleep, I'm going to be super groggy. I might as well just stay up.
Oh, man.
So
Phil got here Saturday at 2 with 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Went picked him up. We went and had, what was the name of that joint?
So one of my favorite foods in LA that I've missed since I've been gone is this place called Zanku Chicken, and it's kind of like a Mediterranean, falafel.
You can get rid of the Phil in that.
Phil awful. That's how you thought of it, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know, Turkish, whatever it is. I don't know, it's something out there in that area. And yeah, they have this chicken called chicken tarna, and I love it. But they put it in a pita, and my other favorite thing they have is these pickled turnips that are really good. They're like bright pink, and they have this crazy good garlic paste that I really love. So I was grubbing up on that.
Yeah, we both. He told me about it. He's like, "I'll treat you." So I was like, "Cool." We go there. It was fine. Like I think I should have just ordered chicken by itself because you were like, "This is the best chicken in the city." Blah blah blah.
I love it. Yeah, I love the spices and everything that they have on there.
You love it. You love it. That reminds me of a Tom Brady quote. Football is unconditional love.
What is that? Why are you doing that?
So we went there, and it's a Tom Brady quote.
Fuck Tom Brady.
What?
Huh?
The fuck did you say?
It's fine.
So we went there, and the sandwich, what is it called? What did I get? It's not a sandwich. It's a
wrap. Not even a gyro, but yeah, kind of like a gyro, I guess.
And it was fine. I mean, it was filling. It I was like, cool. And then I told him, I was like, all right, I'm going to take you to the smokehouse.
Yeah.
To get this cheesy bread, which is literally like the best garlic cheesy bread in the fucking world.
Yeah, it was good stuff for sure.
And the ambiance there is dope. It's like, so if you're ever in LA, in Burbank, there's a restaurant called the Smokehouse, which the story is George Clooney loved the restaurant so much that he named his production company after it. That's what they told us at the
That's
Universal thing. But yeah, it's got a real Rat Pack vibe to it. What'd you say the wood is? What kind of wood?
It's like
cherry.
Yeah, it's kind of like that cherry wood, that dark cherry wood.
Yeah, it was great. So anyways, we went there, got Phil some cheesy bread and myself, and you had a beer.
Yes.
And it was great. And then finally got back here to Sean's, unpacked a little bit, and then that night we were going to, after the shows, we were going to do the Pasadena Suicide Bridge thing. So went to the shows, 2 shows. Phil's chilling.
Yep.
And then
and then you offered me some food. There was a burger that had been kind of just chilling for a while. And I ate this cold burger that was from like a pretty reputable place, and so I ate that. I mean, it tasted a little bit funny only because it was cold, but
what was in a comedy club?
Oh, that's why it tasted funny. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah. Oh God.
So bad.
Oh, it's terrible. So anyhow, yeah, so we start heading back towards Sean's place, and I all of a sudden I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom, dude. And he's like, well, do you have to go now or not? And I'm like, I don't know. I just feel something ramping up. And so I'm kind of starting to think, things aren't boding so well for me in the near future.
Let me interrupt for 1 sec. Before this, during the day when he arrived, we went and scoped out where we could record the podcast at Suicide Bridge, so we had it all planned. And then as we're driving back, Phil's like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, we'll figure it out when we get there. And then we got here, and then
and so then it was pretty late, and Sean was gonna go with us. It was a little late for him, and then all of a sudden I was like, yo, yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. And that's pretty much where
Did it hit you that night, or was it more in the morning?
No, I was in that bathroom.
Oh, that's right. I was asleep
for the rest of the night.
Every 45 minutes, you said you were shitting.
Yes, yeah. I was trying to sleep, and then about every 45 minutes, I had to wake up and I had to go exorcise the demons that were exorcise the demons out inside of me. Yeah, it was terrible. So I all of a sudden was I felt super sick. I mean, have a good feeling that I came down with just a bad case of
shawarma
food poisoning. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I was down for the count.
Yeah. So we were like, all right, well, we won't do anything tonight. We'll do it tomorrow night, and then we'll just rest. Get a good night's sleep. So then we get up Sunday, and Phil's like, do I have a fever? It was freezing that night before, but you were hot. You took off the sweatshirt.
I was starting to burn up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Phil did not look good. So I was like, all right, well, we'll play it by ear. So went to the show, and I was telling you, just text me. Phil stayed here, and I was like, text me and keep me posted. So Phil then texted me and was like, yeah, why don't we let's just do the podcast. We'll just do the podcast. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I got back and had to grab him. We were going to go get you some food.
Right.
Finally some solid food.
Yes.
And while we were out, we were like, well, it's getting late now, so I don't know if Sean, he's got to work, so maybe we'll skip the podcast, do it for tomorrow. We mentioned that Sean, he said, that sounds great. And then here we are. So we've done no haunted shit whatsoever. But
well, maybe something did crawl up my ass and fucking haunt
this place,
haunt my asshole.
This place, I guess there was an old lady that lived here that died in here.
Oh, really? That's true?
Summon her.
Huh. Well, she probably crawled up into my ass and fucking wreaked some havoc. I fucking shit everywhere.
But yeah, so I was going to say the I guess a positive. So I'm in Seattle the weekend of Halloween. I will be at Joker's in Richland, and Manny Martin's featuring, Phil's coming out, and we're going to try and find something haunted in Richland, Washington, that we can go to and explore. And
yes.
So hopefully, so if you have any info on Richland, Washington, in the Tri-Cities area, something that's supposed to be haunted, let us know, and
send
we'll
it your suggestions to hwppod@gmail.com.
Let me say something real quick.
hwppod@gmail.com.
I was going to say I wanted to do it at the beginning, but I forgot. We have it at the end, but if you can, rate, review the podcast. We always have that at the end.
Right.
Better just throwing it out there now. If you haven't, if you could just go give a quick little 5-star, and if you say something nice, even better.
Oh, that would be so nice.
That'd be great.
It would help the podcast out. If you think it's cool and you want to see it grow, then by doing so, it may. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yes, and you were mentioning the email. I think that's a great time to bring up.
So,
you're gonna do the song or the?
You've got mail. We need something better for that, but really just have one. It has to do with last week talking about my asshole.
It's great.
We just have,
Running
I guess.
Maybe we should give it its own segment.
Yeah, my ass is really kind of taking over the podcast a little bit.
How's your neck?
Better than my ass.
How's your back?
Have my pussy, my crack. All right, that's a joke that I do. Okay, so
hey, it's a joke.
No, we can say it's a joke. It gets laughs. It's a joke if it gets laughs, you fucking asshole. Speaking of which, is a great email for this moment because the subject line is Jay's an asshole. So
valid.
This is by Scott, and last week we were talking about how I shit myself. So Scott sends an email that says, at least
can you read?
It's functional. Well, I'm just trying to understand what this means. But anyway, he sent 2 links for one for Imodium AD diarrhea relief tablets, loperamide hydrochloride anti-diarrheal medicine, 24 count with an Amazon link. And the next one is multi-fiber.
An hour of prescriptions.
Yeah. Multi-fiber colon cleanse by Nature's Secret. Supports digestive health and regularity. 275 tablets. And if you can...
should we get sponsored by them?
If you can guess the price on any of these items, then you will win The Price is Right.
Now, okay, that's the end of it. So
yeah. Oh, yeah. You just got mail. All right.
You got mailed.
Yes. If you have anything that you'd like to say, send, suggest, share, please do so by going once again to hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod@gmail.com.
Now, I wanted to say one thing that was interesting about the shows. When you were at the shows, your LPMs.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I'm watching this little docu-series on Amazon Prime right now called Inside Jokes. I think you said, did you see that? Yeah. So it has to do with some comics from around the country that have been given the opportunity to audition for the Just for Laughs festival in Montreal. And so you just kind of you see all of the different kinds of stuff that goes into the Just for Laughs people's decision-making process of what they're looking for, and what they're looking for is kind of, it's a lot, they know what they're looking for, but it's not what the comic is thinking about, you know?
Yeah.
The comic isn't thinking in those terms of what it is that they're looking for. The comic is just thinking about how funny they are and the material and you know, their confidence, how they come across on stage. And so it's a lot to think about, you know, when you watch it from both angles. You're like, oh, you know, how could you apply some of that to your comedy? And so I'm watching you, Jay, at the shows, and I was just thinking,
Killing, right?
I know I'm winding up to give you a compliment. Ugh. I'm just saying, you know, Jay has been doing this for a while, and he's just got a lot of solid jokes that he's done for a long time that are polished and that do very well. He's a very funny guy. Ugh. And and so, you know, I would love to see Jay get more success than he has gotten so far, because for one, it would help out the podcast, which would in turn would help out me.
Yeah, of course.
But no, more for not selfish reasons. I just think Jay's put in the time, and I think he, as much as anybody else I see getting shit, Jay deserves it as much as the next guy. So I'm like, you know, how can we get fucking Jay going, you know, on this next level shit? And so, you know, they're talking about these LPMs, bro. You got to get these LPMs. And not only that, I've listened to other podcasts and stuff where the comics, these, you know, well-known professional headlining comics, they're talking about LPMs. Oh, I was watching Anthony Jeselnik's show. That's what it was, on Comedy Central, Good Talk. And he's talking about LPMs with one of his guests. And it might have been sarcastic or joking, but it's the fact of the matter is it's there. It's a thing, you know. Whether you want to make fun of it or not, people use it when they're booking and things like that. Some people. And so I thought it'd be interesting to track Jay's jokes.
Didn't tell me he was going to do this.
No, for one of his sets, and take every time I heard. By the way, I had never been to the Irvine Improv.
Right.
And I guess I've been to 3 improvs now. The one in L.A.,
Tempe,
Hollywood, Tempe, and Irvine. I will say the Irvine one, that fucking room is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I love it's more of a hall style.
Yeah.
Versus a lot of times you'll be in these clubs where it's like it's wider than it is deep. And
White?
It's white. Yeah, well, it's mostly always white, but
whoa.
It's wide, you know. The audience is
fat. Now you gone to fat shaming?
Yeah. Yeah. Its width is greater than its length. You know. It's girthy. It's normally pretty girthy, but this one was just nice and long.
All right, so yeah.
Anyway, so I loved
the
it.
Irvine Improv is amazing.
Yeah, what a cool room. I can only imagine getting to play there one day. But until that happens, I had fun watching Jay get to do it and do very well. And so I was sitting there, and I was like, every time I hear a good you know, laugh from the crowd, I'll tick it on my little app or whatever, my notes. And so I did that, and I kind of tried to break up his jokes too, because I was thinking, you know, if we were to ever try to get this guy, you know, submit to shit for him, you know, which jokes of his are really his ones that pack the most punches and laughs. And so I was trying to break up his material too as best as I could. I don't know how he breaks it up, but so I was doing that, and also trying to time out each bit as best as I could. I mean, there was a lot to fucking try to keep track of, but I did all of this as best as I could. And fact of the matter, or whatever, in the end, important part is like all of those laughs, I added them all up total, and he did a 15-minute set. So I found that he had 45 laughs overall, from my estimates. And in a 15-minute set, if you divide that, it actually perfectly divided into 3. So that's 3 laughs per minute. And I've heard that you should be getting at least 2. So that would qualify Jay as a funny guy or whatever, according to the laughs per minute. So,
I don't think it's in Inside Jokes. There's another documentary where it's some nerdy dude that came up with the laughs per minute thing.
I think it was I Am Comic.
Oh
yeah, they talk about
and
it in
then
that.
And the one guy, he's like, oh, this is like an amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I never.
Well, there was like, I think the nerdy guy or whatever, he made like fucking software for it. Yeah.
And I was telling Phil, it's interesting because there's a podcast called it's Robert Kelly's You Know What Dude podcast, and I think it's called Remembering Patrice. And on that podcast is Patrice O'Neill, Dane Cook, Dan Soder, and Joe DeRosa, and they're talking about Patrice O'Neill. And Bobby Kelly brings up, he's like, starting comedy in Boston, you're always taught you want to laugh every 30 seconds, which would be 2 a minute.
Yeah,
laugh. Bobby's saying this, laugh. He's like, and he's like, and Bobby said that he's changed where he wanted to just get laughs, but now he's like, I want people to listen. Because he's like, if somebody's listening and laughing, then when they leave, they take that with them. So at the end of the show, instead of being like, oh, man, you were funny, that joke you did about, man, you were funny, the difference is they'll be like, dude, that joke you did about my neck, my back,
yeah, right,
my pussy and my crack really touched me.
Yeah,
but they'll remember it. And he was also saying like how sometimes not saying that I'm Patrice or trying to be Patrice, but just as an example of different types of thinking. He was saying like sometimes Patrice would go a minute, 2 minutes longer on a setup trying to make a point, and then when he would hit that punchline, it would just fucking explode. Right. So it's interesting though. But yeah, it was those crowds were great, and it was fun. I hosted, so I was I get hit up by I'm sure he probably doesn't want his name out there, I don't know, but I get hit up by the booker from time to time that for gigs at the Irvine Improv, and most of the time I'm out of town. But this one I think I got like 2 weeks ago when I told you.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I had to take it, but he was just like, I'm sure you're not, but is there a chance you're in town? Would you host for the show? I was like, yeah, I got nothing else going on, I'm in. And it was good. The feedback was good. Yeah.
And another, I mean, not to fucking suck your fucking chode too much, but but I heard some people as we were walking out that said some really nice things to you too, Jay, that were like, Jay was hosting, by the way. He wasn't doing the middle act. He wasn't headlining. He was hosting. And there were some people on the way out that were telling Jay that they thought he was the best of the night, and that he took first, and the headliner took second. Well, it's I forgot you said who it was, but I know, but that doesn't matter because that's just one audience.
True.
That's just one audience member's opinion. So that's a testament to you, Jay. Not shitting on the headliner by any means. And how cool is that to have somebody that came out and paid to see somebody headline and left going, fuck, I was more blown away by the guy hosting the fucking show than the person I paid to see. So, that's a pretty cool thing. What I'm trying to say
sorry, just piggyback on that. You always hope that like somebody says that something, you'd be like, oh, dude, you're amazing. You're the funniest person I've ever seen, whatever they say. And then you hope the next thing is like, yeah, so I'm a producer at NBC, and I'd love to get you. But it's not. It's always like, oh, yeah, so I'm a carpenter.
Right.
No,
cool.
Obviously, we appreciate,
anybody. I mean, if,
That's what I said to one
person supporting you is
yeah, absolutely. Somebody
you.
messaged me, and I said to them, I was like, I was like, thank you, I appreciate it, that's all true. And then I was like, now I just got to get the industry to know.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm I'm Jay's new manager / agent. I'm gonna get this guy on late night, bitches.
Did you get a text?
No.
Oh. And how are you feeling today, by the way?
I'm a lot better. I just kind of
wish you could bathe.
Yeah. This place. It's been an interesting weekend to say the least.
When was the last time you showered? Was when?
On
Friday
night, I guess, because I left Saturday. I left early morning
Monday
Saturday morning. I showered Friday night. Yeah, showered Friday night. That was part of the getting ready to go process.
Yeah, I got you. And in his defense, there's we can't find a towel.
Can't find a fucking towel in here.
But,
I mean, come on, man.
But you also said that you shower every other day.
We've talked about it. Yeah, I have no problem saying that.
Okay.
We talked about it with Jill Kimmel. Actually,
Well, it sounds like you're getting a little defensive.
It's what it is. I shower about every other day. I mean, you don't need to waste
What's the longest
water
you've gone without showering?
I mean, I believe I said this before too. I don't know, probably at least about a week. No,
a week?
Yeah.
Anything gross happen?
I don't know what that means. I mean, not really.
How bad?
Your pits just get. If anything, for me, and there's been different points in my life where certain parts of my body have gotten more smelly than others, but I don't know. At the age I'm at now, none of that really happens anymore. 33.
Okay. For anybody that's new.
I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah. It just sounds super fucking the Spanish Inquisition over here. But my pits, man. If you ever go a few days without showering, like let's say you're sick or something, and you don't muster up the energy
or you
to
just
shower,
choose not to,
or you choose not to. Man, those pits, you'll start to smell them through whatever shirt you're wearing and stuff, and it's pretty bad. But I mean, even if you're not showering, normally you throw on a little deodorant, give yourself a little fucking French bath, with some cologne.
French bath.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What? You put cologne on. Cologne. It's from France. Cologne, it's Toilette de Paris.
Is it Cologne, Germany?
Huh? I don't know. I thought Paris came up with the
Eau de toilette.
Yeah, Eau de toilette.
What's the longest you've gone without brushing your teeth?
I don't know.
You can scrape them, but the actual brush and
yeah. I scrape them, so they're always clean. I know Jay makes Jay fucking gag, but
Sean
I don't know.
Threw up last night when we were telling him. Do you want to explain to new listeners?
I've gone a couple 2-3 days without brushing before.
How does your mouth feel?
It starts to feel pretty gross, so then I'll brush. But I'll scrape my teeth, my fingernail.
Oh God, dude! And then you eat it.
Yeah, I eat it.
Isn't that sick?
No, I don't fucking eat it.
What do you do with it? So you go, and then what? You just fucking.
Well,
wipe
for
it
one,
on?
I mean, I'm a little curious as to what it smells like.
Oh my God!
So I got to give it a little whiff.
Oh.
But normally, it's just like this. It's kind of just like this little paste shit, right? So I'll just like
you roll it up.
I'll roll it between my fingers till it disappears.
Oh fuck! It disappears.
Well, it just like it rubs into the skin. It rubs the lotion on the skin.
Oh,
I'd fuck me.
Oh God.
I don't know. I don't think it's that gross. By the way,
I'll have this be the clip, and we'll see what people.
By
say.
the way, I'll have you know.
Oh, yeah,
I will have you know.
You have no cavities.
I've never had a cavity
That's crazy.
in my entire life.
And you eat candy and all that shit.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe your teeth are the same way, like how dogs don't brush their teeth.
I mean, I feel like I take care of my teeth by scratching them. I mean, come on, man. Toothbrushes haven't always fucking existed. So people used to
what
have
happened to not defensive? And I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Have you ever had braces?
Yes.
Okay, I did too. Yeah. My 2 front teeth though are fake.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. These two, because
do they come out?
I mean, no.
God,
not yet. I mean, they're fucking glued in there. But
okay.
I mean, I have 2 little tiny stumps. But what happened when I was in high school? I was playing basketball. Wilson High School, and I forget who it was, but I'm on defense, and we're underneath the hoop. Guy gets a rebound. He fakes. I went for the fake, so I jumped up, and then now as I'm coming back down, then he actually does jump, and his head went right into my teeth. And so my front teeth, like my left one, like if these are my front teeth where they're just straight, the left one was angled back.
Oh, shit.
So I just go, fuck, and I walked downstairs, and I pushed it forward, and then it was it was, at that time it was a little wobbly, and then over time it wasn't immediate, but over time it started being a little discolored, like you could see the color was off a little bit.
It's starting to die.
So, and I don't know, I still to this day I don't know if this was the right thing, because my right tooth was healthy, my right tooth was fine, and I went in to get a crown or whatever on the left one, and the dentist told me, he's like, we should just put a crown on both of them so that we know the colors will match. Which it's weird to me because it's basically he took a healthy tooth and destroyed it,
right,
to put a crown on it so that the two crowns would match. But so that's what I did.
Huh?
I still don't know if that was the right thing.
Yeah,
I'm terrified. Like I wish I had. I don't have no benefits or good English.
Yeah,
no, but I wish I could get because like I have receding gums because I brush too hard. So
yeah, see. I'll tell you. I think people. I tell you. I think people that have a lot of teeth problems sometimes overbrush.
Oh, I'm sure.
Personally, I mean, yeah, I remember.
I'm sure a dentist might argue with that, but that's cool.
But like you said, your gums are receding.
God, don't you? Ugh.
My fucking buddy, he like beats his fucking mouth up with his toothbrush, and I'm just like, ugh, dude. Like, I don't know. I think twice a day max.
Yeah, that's why.
There's people that brush after every meal. I mean, flossing is cool. I like those little. I haven't in a while, but I like to.
Long? What's the longest you've gone without a floss? Oh, I can't imagine the fucking variance of meals stuck in your teeth.
I mean, yeah, I'll go at least a month or two without flossing.
Oh God, and then floss and scrape. Oh.
Yeah. But I like those little pick things.
Yeah.
I have half of my front tooth is fake.
I think I remember it being off at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bit into a fucking bone at my grandparents' house. It's like a rib, and then my teeth went all the way through, and then bit the bone, and it popped that fucking half off. It was broken before that, but it re-broke, and so I had
you went to like the school dentist, right?
Yeah, so I didn't have really any insurance at that time either, and so yeah, I went to UW, University of Washington School of Dentistry, and had somebody fix it for pretty cheap, which I got what I paid for. I think I can't remember if that was the last time I had it done or if somebody else did it after that. I don't know.
It just pops off right now.
Yeah, I'm just feeling it. But yeah. But originally, I remember I was...
you can't really tell, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
As far as coloration, too, it even if I like whiten my teeth, because they say if you whiten your teeth and you have part of fake tooth, it won't whiten along with everything else. So you'll start to see a difference. But it's never really been...
You've done teeth whitening?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and
it won't really change. Yeah, it doesn't.
Maybe
it doesn't really
plaque off before they scrape it.
No, I definitely brush before I teeth whiten. Anyway,
you're not supposed to.
Huh?
You're not supposed to.
So like I will do it that day.
Oh, okay, got you.
I'll brush in the morning or something and do it at night, just to make sure. Yeah, I have as much plaque shit off my teeth as possible. Anyway, I'm a disgusting human being, ladies and gentlemen. But point being, I was just going to say how I broke my tooth originally was I was like in 3rd grade or something like that, 3rd or 4th grade, and I was rollerblading, and we had, in our neighborhood, everybody in their neighborhood had that one hill, that one steep hill, dude. Oh, dude, you're gonna rollerblade down that hill, man. Oh shit. So I was like, or skateboard or bike or whatever, and I was on rollerblades though, and so I was like, yep, I'm doing it, dude. I'm gonna rollerblade down the death hill or whatever, like if you can make it down that, dude, you can do anything. And so I started going down this hill, and I started picking up some speed,
boy.
feeling like I was going pretty fast. And I was like, shit, dude, I got to slow down. And, you know, being in the third, fourth grade, whatever, you're not really that smart. You're kind of stupid. And so I was
I
like,
wouldn't limit it to 3rd grade.
I was thinking, well, how do I slow down? You know, I don't really know how to slow down on rollerblades. I was like, I'm on the road, but, you know, off to the side of the road is all this gravel.
Oh, boy.
This gravel will slow me down.
Oh. Oh, God. All right, go on.
So I start going over into the gravel. As soon as my fucking wheels hit the rocks, I start flying through the air like Superman. And I don't have a helmet on, by the way.
Yeah, that explains so much.
So I'm flying through the air, and my face breaks my fall. My face catches the pavement, the right half of my face. My tooth breaks off. A corner of my other tooth chips too. And my whole face is just road rashed, scratched up. And I'm wearing a hat. That's the only kind of protection I have is like a baseball cap. And all of a sudden, I just feel, you know, just fire on this one side of my face. And my buddies, they come down to look at me, and they're like, oh, fuck, dude. You look fucked. I look like fucking Two-Face, you know?
Yeah.
And so I have to walk back to my mom's house.
Here? So that's what happened.
Yeah. So I'm walking back to my you know, parents' house to go fucking tell my mom what happened. And I'm walking down the street embarrassed, so I'm just holding my hat over one half of my face so the neighborhood can't see how nasty of a monster I look like. And I get home, and, you know, my mom's obviously flipping out, and we go to the dentist for emergency.
Have you ever broken any bones?
No, I've never broken a
Either
bone.
have I. Knock on wood. I've tweaked ankles. You know, I've bad knee.
Yeah.
Had bone on, lost cartilage. I think I might have cracked a rib when I was young playing hoop, but that was about it.
Got some scars and shit, but yeah, not really any.
See.
Not really any broken bones. I have a broken heart. Oh, somebody mend it. Fall in love with me.
I think it's time for our bit about a bit. Do you want to do the intro?
Is it time for that?
Yeah.
Bit about a bit. Bit about a bit. Bit about a bit. Bit about a bit. Diddly do 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 bit a bit about bit. All right, bit about a bit, everybody. It's where we talk about.
Have you wrote any new premises?
A little joke bit that we've been working on. I will tell you the one that we just talked about last night. How I don't think I brought it up yet. How fucking look, working is for not me. I don't like working. I don't think anybody likes working. And we all need to make money somehow, some way. Some of us are just a little more willing to go that extra mile in order to make that money, you know, or what I should say, compromise on what you're willing to do to make an extra buck. And I've thought lately how I'm down to be a cam boy. I don't give a shit.
That's right.
I will do it.
Bit and it's a bit talking about your real life.
Yeah, I mean,
we were just watching something that made you talk about it more. It was here.
Right.
What were we watching?
It
it was TikTok shit. And we told you should be on TikTok.
Right, yeah.
And you took that
I
as,
want to do
I
TikTok.
should be a cam boy.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's for sure money in Camboy.
By the way,
TikTok
hold on. I'm interrupting your bit about it.
Yeah.
People listening and or watching, tell Phil to get the fuck on TikTok, and he should be doing his weird shit daily, multiple videos a day. Dude, you could fucking TikTok could be your thing.
Yeah, I was already thinking this. The problem is I have such high
Laziness?
Yeah, that. But I'll think of high concept stuff, and then they become it becomes excuses why I can't
I
do
think
it.
it's best to go raw. Like, I think what you should do is don't second guess anything.
Yeah.
Fucking you get an idea and immediately record it and put it up, and then forget about it.
Yeah. I mean, I like just like
Did you hear what I said, or you just
Just do it. Yes, just do
Yes.
it. Nike, baby, just do it. Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Yes, I get it. Great.
He won't do it.
So I will Camboy though. I'm just saying, man.
You think you're having trouble making money now?
You just have to fucking sit there on your fucking couch with the camera sitting on you, and
Now, what if
fucking
you're okay? So let's extrapolate this as for the bit and also in real life. If you were to become a cam boy, would you keep the same name, or would you have a cam boy name?
I would totally have a Camboy name. Absolutely.
Fill her up.
No,
What?
I don't know. Fucking.
Well, that's the fun of it.
It
Camboy.
would probably be something like,
Camaram.
no, like
So this would be like kind of like a porn
like
name.
Zachariah or something like that.
Zachariah. All right, Zachariah. What? Buford.
Zachariah comes a lot.
That's actually that should be your night name. Sir Comes a Lot.
Zachariah comes a lot.
All right, that's it. All right, that's it. That's your cam name. Zachariah Comes a Lot.
Yeah.
Now is it comes a lot in volume of semen or in
Often.
or multiple?
Yeah, quantity. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zachariah comes a lot. He can come multiple times
Yeah.
in a cam session. Now,
Yeah.
can you live up to the name that you've just created?
I maybe not be able to come that often, but I could probably
Zachariah
quality
comes
over
ever so often.
quality over quantity, I guess. Yeah.
So just coming ropes.
Yeah.
It just you'd go from here at the cam and just fucking cover the cam from here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll touch my nipples, I'll play with them. I'll do
lucky
it.
us.
I'll play with my dick,
Okay, and then we were talking about now what if all your customers were guys?
That's fine.
Okay,
I just want money.
Okay, but now you got to take it step by step. We're going.
I know.
through it.
I got
Okay.
you.
So let's say you start this, and then you're noticing, okay, all my customers seem to be guys, and you're fine with that. You're like,
Right.
cool. Now the next part of it, but the cam has to be on both ways, and you have to
Right.
interact with them.
Yeah,
They want
yeah.
to talk to you. They want to get to know Zachariah Comes a Lot.
Right. Well, it's a character. I'm a bit of an actor, so
Okay.
I just fucking have
Okay,
to turn
so
it on.
okay, here let's reenact one or
Like,
enact
yeah,
one.
daddy. Yes. Oh my
Okay.
God, come for me, baby.
Well, no, that's what they would be saying to you, not you to the. Or no, I guess you would be saying that to them
I
'cause
want.
they'd be
Yeah,
jacking off
they're
too.
jacking off. Yeah,
Okay,
come
so
for me,
this guy,
daddy.
you turn it on, and there's a guy. Let's say he is 43.
Uh-huh.
He looks like the guy from The Office that wears glasses.
Rainn Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, can I see your balls?
Yeah.
And you're sitting just like that because I'm sure you wouldn't put a lot of effort into it. You would just get up, roll out of bed, and you're non-bathed for a few days and
Yeah.
non-brushed teeth,
Right.
and maybe scrape a little before you get to get camera ready.
Yeah.
And then camera's on, and you're sitting like this, and the guy's like, "Oh, let me see your balls."
Yeah.
And you have to, and then he's like this as he's saying that. He goes, "Look in my eyes."
Ugh.
And then he's like, "Play with your dick, but look at me."
I mean, I'm not really looking at him. I'm looking at a
he said
camera.
That's part of he's paying you.
I
for the
get it,
time.
but I'm just telling you, I'm looking at a camera.
But yeah, but the screen is looking back at you, so he's looking at you, and he's like, yeah. And then you get people that are freaky. So he's gonna. What if he's like, "Tell me about your mother."
Ugh, I
You
don't
have to
know.
keep an erection. Zachariah Comes a Lot.
Right. That'd be fine.
So you can jack off looking at a guy and then describing your mother.
Well, so here's the thing, dude. I wouldn't just be jacking off, right? I have like
Are you trying to audition right now?
No, I'm just saying I have like at home I can't just do it with the hand, all right? It doesn't do it for me. I need a little
You have a
bit
dog?
more stimulation. So I
boy.
own some
Oh no!
some products, some
dildos?
Some male sex toy products.
You use that?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
You're talking about a fleshlight?
Type stuff, yeah, absolutely.
What type? What does that mean?
Well, it's not that brand.
You can't even buy the name brand. You have to buy an off-brand fleshlight.
Mine's like Sasha Grey. It's like a Sasha Grey pussy or something. It mimics her fucking pussy and stuff. It's very nice. It's enclosed at the top, so it provides
so
a little.
You're not just fucking
provides
coming
a little
all over your
suction. Yeah.
How do you wash that?
In the fucking sink.
Don't
tell my sister that.
The bathroom sink, please.
The bathroom sink, yeah.
Man.
Is that gross?
No, but if you said the kitchen sink.
Oh, yeah, no.
So you can't just.
Where else are you supposed to put it? I don't know.
Okay, so you're on cam and you whip out the
The
Sasha Grey
bathtub?
fleshlight.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, no. I want to see you. A guy saying that.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, bro, you said you wanted. This is your job. This is the.
Yeah, well, then I just fucking lube that bitch up and I'd fucking,
Okay, and then he starts going, okay, what's your mom look like? Keep that erection.
Why would he say that? If he's
people
watching
are
a
weird.
guy, he's fucking gay.
Yeah,
and why would he want to know anything about a woman?
Because people are weird, and somebody may have seen this at some point, and now they want to fuck with you.
Well, I mean,
Zachariah comes a lot. You got to be a performer. Can you keep an erection while looking at a man and talking about your mother?
Have you never?
Whoa, wait, what? Have I never what?
Have you never been like?
Oh my God, where's this going? What? What?
Have you never been like jacking off or have a hard on?
Oh God. Come on.
And your mom calls
What?
you on the phone.
No?
No, never. That's never happened to you.
No.
You've never been like mid-spank and
Nope.
then your mom calls.
No.
Really?
100% no.
Does she
I also
not-
don't have most of the time my ringer's off, and I wouldn't be sitting there jacking off going like, oh, I think is my phone? Where's my phone?
Well, if I'm watching porn on my phone while I'm jerking
Okay,
off.
I guess. Wait, where are you jacking off that you don't have your laptop?
My phone is the most convenient piece of technology I have on me at all times. Plus, for a long time, my laptop was a piece of shit. My phone was my laptop.
Where's the weirdest place you jacked off?
The weirdest place?
Yeah.
For me, the most memorable.
My own mouth.
No. For me, the most memorable was probably the rooftop of Bank of America.
Rooftop, and it was memorable. Why was it memorable?
Because how often have you got to jerk off on the top of a bank?
Yeah.
I made a fucking deposit that day.
I think you were overdrawn.
Yeah, I was doing some.
God, I thought that other story. I thought you were going to say that. How many times have you been jacking off and you just start fantasizing about your mom?
No, but I'm just saying. My point being is, if I'm jerking it, my mom calls. I talk to her.
Oh, God.
I'm not just quitting.
So you'd talk to your mom, phone in one hand, dick in the other.
Yeah, but I'm not like jerking off while I'm talking to her. But I'm not just like gonna go fucking make a sandwich now. I have a fucking task
Work to
at
do.
hand that I gotta finish. So, end the phone call with her and then get back to it. And yeah, it's still like full.
In your fleshlight.
Well, no, I'm just saying, hand at this time. It's not always that one. But my point is, it didn't get flaccid throughout the phone call. And that's actually talking to her. So, yeah,
Like
I think
an
of
hour-long conversation.
no. But I think if a guy, brought up my mom, I could totally maintain the erections. I've done it talking to her.
When you were talking to her, what were you saying? Like, you like that bitch?
God. Oh, fuck.
All right. Well, that's, I'm interested to see where you got to go with Zachariah Comes a Lot.
Yeah.
That's your porn name, or you want to close it out?
You not working on anything?
What?
You're not working on anything?
Oh. Yeah, let me see. What do I have? I always have
You're
shit.
the one who brought the shit up.
I don't like your fucking tone. Those are my worthless of the weeks. Yes. I want to It's funny. Here's one. Why do dogs never have cavities? We talked about that. They don't brush.
Why do birds hardly appear?
Well, I want to talk about.
You are near.
I want to talk about when I went to Ireland, and but it's like I really only have like one funny part to the whole story right now.
Aren't you the reason the potato famine happened? Oh, that's pretty funny. Come on, that's pretty funny. Jay didn't like it. Come on. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. He ate all the potatoes. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. That was pretty good, though. All right. Thanks, Jay.
I wasn't even alive then.
I know.
Oh, I like it. Oh, fuck. God. You're so proud of yourself.
Oh, shit.
No, so it's about the potato famine? No, like, so... Yeah, I really only have like. So when I went to Ireland, I found my family's old homestead, which hasn't been lived in since like the late 1800s. And the joke or the story, which is true, is like I was there for like a week, and that was the thing we did on the last day that I was there, is went to go find that. So prior to that, I went to Dublin Castle, I went to Kylemore Castle, went to all these castles that are fucking like, they look like you're on the set of Excalibur. So
That's crazy.
you know. You build up this thing. You're like, oh, today I get to go see my family's old homestead. I'm like, how big's this castle going to be? And it's a fucking hut. I mean, it's like I'm like, my family was the help looking at this, you know? I was like, we were peasants. But that's all I have on that. But I want to, a lot of my jokes, I like to bring people into how I was feeling. So like one of the things that was a trip is my mother had gone there 40 years ago. And so before I go, I'm like, so where do I go to see this old homestead? And she's like, oh, we just went to a bar in County Clare, Mount Shannon, and we just asked them where the Mulgannon family's at. And I'm like, well, what's that going to do for me? But sure enough, we go to a bar in County Clare, and the bartender, who had this thick Irish accent, to the point where I thought he was speaking Gaelic, but he was speaking English, but it was just so thick. And Ray's talking to him, and I'm standing next to Ray, and they're talking. I don't know what hard to understand. I just keep hearing Mulgannon every once in a while. And then all of a sudden, some old guy walks in from the side of the bar, and the bartender talking to the old guy, but pointing at me, he goes, this man here, he's a Mulgannon. He's looking for his family. And I was like, holy fuck, it's like goosebumps, like movie shit, you know? And I was like, ugh. But but sure enough, the guy gave me directions. It was like fucking a mile up the road, and then walk down this dirt road for like a mile. It was fucking nuts. But so I want to work on that. I think I'm going to tie into that. I had a joke way back when about the movie Knuckle, the Irish. What did you just do?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
What's fine? It's on camera. What did you just do?
I know. Well, I was trying to blow some air out my nose, and it was like a little extra. So I just had to get rid of it.
What'd you do with it? Where is it?
It's
in your
gone.
pocket? You put a fucking booger in your pocket? You're a fucking animal.
I don't want it on the outside of my jeans.
You just save it for later?
Oh, God.
Fucking gross.
I didn't know I couldn't get up. I didn't want to put it anywhere else. I just had to get rid of it. I thought it was pretty discreet.
Fucking, it's on camera. Oh
God.
Oh, God. You got plaque in one pocket and boogers in the other. You fucking animal.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Anyways, I'm going to throw up. There's a documentary called Knuckle about Irish travelers fighting each other, and I want to tie that into some, because I've for a while had a premise about that, about if you watch that documentary, these guys are tough motherfuckers, right? Some of the toughest, but they are Irish are supposed to be like very witty and shit, but these guys are the worst shit talkers ever. If you watch it, like the one dude looks like my dad, and he's lifting milk jugs.
Jesus.
And it's just so I'm working on those too, along with about 1,000 other jokes that aren't completed yet. But that's my bit about a bit.
Bit about a bit. Bit about a bit. Bit about a bit about a bit about a bit.
I also wanted to mention I may be going to iPhone. I've been an Android user forever.
Yes.
And the things I'm most worried about, I'd say the biggest thing I'm worried about with going to the iPhone is the fucking keyboard. Because I was looking online at what keyboards they say to get if you, like I want the number row up top always. And they said to get Flesky or Swift key.
Swift key, yeah.
But it's like.
That's good. Yeah,
there's certain, like the keyboard I use right now on my Android, it fucking works so good. And I use this one that they don't even make anymore, but I downloaded. I have the software saved. It's KII keyboard. But one thing I love about it is you swipe. You can swipe anywhere on the keyboard, swipe left, and that will delete the whole last word. So like if you're typing and you fuck up, you can just swipe. It's fucking great.
You don't like Google keyboard?
Well, that one, it doesn't have the keys, the numbers above the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
You can long press for the numbers.
Yeah, but that's not quick. I want to fucking...
Why do you use numbers that often?
Fucking somebody asked for a phone number, how much something is, what are the coordinates, how much time. There's lots of things you use numbers for. How many times you bathe.
That's why I don't need to use numbers.
Yeah, fucking... How many boogers are in your fucking pocket? What are how much DNA is inside your pockets? Just
it's
cum
whatever,
and boogers
dude.
and.
By the way, you can't even see where I rubbed it. You can't even see where I rubbed it. It's just like moisture.
Okay.
It's also sanitary.
What?
It's sanitary. It's fucking whatever's in your body is like sanitary, right?
Like shit.
Yeah, but technically your shit is, it's like clean. You know what I mean?
You want to eat shit?
No, but
off stage.
How do you put it? Like urine. Urine is like.
No, let's focus on shit. Let's keep on shit.
You know how they say like a dog's mouth is like clean.
No, let's focus on your human shit.
Right. I can't think of the right word, but sanitary might not be the right word, but it's like clean, There's like no germs in it.
In shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, just say that. Oh God. All right. Yeah, but I might be going to iPhone. Technically I've ordered an iPhone. I'm waiting for it. I got the iPhone Pro Max, iPhone 11 Pro Max, midnight green, but so much shit I'm worried about, but everybody says you got to go to that for social media and all the stuff I'm trying to do. So, and it does have the best video, so we'll see. Waiting to get that. And what else? Anything else you want to touch on? Where are we at? Fucking right at about an hour, bro.
Nice.
Philly.
Sterile. Sterile's the word.
Your shit is sterile, you think?
I think so.
No. So you can eat it.
Human feces have similarities to feces of other animals and vary significantly in appearance. They have a mucus coating.
All right, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm tapping out. That's fine.
Okay. You go on Wikipedia and read it.
Okay, great. All right,
Figure it out.
To recap, if anybody has any info on something haunted or that we should definitely check out in Richland, Washington,
yes,
let us know. We're going to be there Halloween weekend. Jokers in Richland,
or any of the Tri-Cities. Jay, would you be down to go to Kennewick or?
Absolutely. That's how far.
They're the Tri-Cities, so I'm pretty sure they're all close together. Yeah.
Cool. How far?
I don't know. I've never lived there.
Okay. Yeah, but
I don't remember what the other one's
if
called.
it's within an hour, yeah.
Oh, closer than that.
Okay, then yeah.
Probably
so
23.
Tri-Cities. If you have a thing where you're like, oh, you guys definitely should check out this. This is haunted, abandoned place or whatever.
Yeah.
We're in.
Pasco is the other one.
Also, if you have any things you wanted to let me know about going to an iPhone from Android that I should, God, I'm not looking forward to it, but I gotta get that camera.
The only thing I mean, eventually you
Adjust.
Yeah, you accept the new change, but this thing that still bothers me sometimes is I just like the customizations of what you can do on Android. You can make everything the way you want it. I like an app drawer. And on iPhone, you're forced to have all of your apps right on the home screen. And so you have to, organize it by folders and stuff, unless you just want fucking 8 pages of apps. So I like a clean home screen, you know. So I definitely have shit in folders. I only have 2 screens, and the second screen is practically blank. So
couldn't you technically or hypothetically, is there a limit of how many things you can put into a folder?
That I don't know. I know they made it to where you can swipe in the folders now. So
couldn't you just make a folder and put literally every app in that, so you just have one folder on the screen?
Give it a shot.
All
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
Maybe you only get two pages.
Okay.
Maybe you get more. I don't know.
All right. Anything else we're missing that we're going to talk about?
Just have to do our worthless.
Yes. Okay. I'll do our plugs now. So this Wednesday night I'll be at the Ontario Improv with the Smash Brothers, and then this weekend I'll be at the Irvine Improv again I'll be there with JP Sears. I'll be featuring this time. And then next weekend I will be at Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento, California. Old Sacramento. I'm excited. They remodeled Laughs Unlimited. It's supposedly, well, not supposedly, I've seen it, but it looks awesome. And I'm going to be there with Matt Broom, and it's going to be great. So that's my plug.
Calling out my boy Darren, who lives in Sac, to come see you.
Yes, that's right.
Bring his friends out. Get some butts in the seats for you up there. Also, I will be at the Airport Tavern on the 19th.
Great.
Doing some comedy with our old friend from Seattle, Justin Hayes.
Oh, nice.
And then on the I can't remember if it was the 25th or 24th now. It's the 24th. I'll be at Club Comedy in Seattle with Mike Coletta doing some comedies there.
Nice.
So come check out those shows.
My worthless of the week.
Jay.
Yeah.
Let's say it on the count of 3 together. 1, 2.
What?
Let's just say it at the same time.
Our worthless?
Just worthless of the week. Just 1, 2, 3. Worthless of the week. Yeah, okay. That's how we get into it.
Okay. Including all this stuff in front. Just say it with me. Count of 3. My worthless of the week. I just saw it at when I went and saw Rambo. So we have automated toilets. We have automated soap, automated water, automated hair dryer, or whatever, air dryer. So I saw one at this movie theater. It was a bar that sits over the sink, and in this bar was all 3: soap, water, air.
Oh yeah, I've had
I
that.
wanted to fucking throw it against the wall.
Wait, what?
Because it doesn't fucking. I'm here. Doesn't work. Then I'm gonna. Dude, it just takes forever.
You didn't like it?
Fuck no.
I had it in the casino. It was the bar, right?
Yes.
It's just a bar.
And it has all 3.
Yeah.
Fuck those.
You didn't like it?
No.
I was like, holy
I want to
shit.
go back to where first of all, the air is supposed to be bad for you when you do that, because it like heats up the shit particles, and it's supposed to be bad when you use the air things. It's not like hygienic.
I feel like it's total recall.
I want, just fucking let me. The soap, fine if you want to automate that, but just the water, you sit there and you like got to find the fucking right thing. There's so many comics that have done so many jokes about it, but it's true.
Yeah.
You're like just fucking, and then it'll, or when it's on a timer and you're like, great, thanks for the squirt of water.
Yeah.
I hate all of that shit, and I don't like using. I want a paper towel to fucking dry my shit off. So that's my fucking worthless of the week. Those pieces of shit.
Oh, funny.
Is that your worthy?
Yeah, no. I mean, I do think they're kind of cool, but that's just me. My worthless of the week will be food poisoning. Yeah, that was a rough 24 hours. Unfortunately, I was only here for like 2 days, so pretty much took up the entire time I was here.
And Phil came in hot, being mad at me that we weren't going to be able to stay at the
Yeah,
hotel.
I was the one who was like, man, I come all the way down here. I was really looking forward to us really getting some good content. for this haunted podcast, and then I'm the reason why we can't even do the fucking suicide bridge or the
See how I
shit.
react to it? See
Well,
how I react to it?
you're just fine.
Differently than you. Hey, don't worry about it, man. It's
Yeah,
fine. We'll figure it
yeah.
out.
Well, makes you better than I am, I guess. I don't give a shit.
Perfect way to end it. And on
Yeah.
that,
No way.
Oh.
Okay, I guess that's it. Okay, see you next week. Bye.
and now a message. If a person fucking listens to this till the end,
Yeah.
you deserve a prize. Your prize is to go to iTunes and rate or review this podcast. Give it 5 stars, you motherfuckers. Fucking say something nice. Oh, you fucks. I'm dying right now. You motherfuckers. I've been doing this fucking piece of shit for 5 years. I'm averaging about 2 fucking reviews a year. Go fucking write some, you motherfuckers. Oh, fuck.
That is the realest I've ever heard you.
God.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?